Hi, everybody. Today I'm going to talk on enlightenment because it's one of the most confusing concept in the field of spirituality for all the seekers. Because you know it has been shown as an ultimate thing. It has been mostly presented as a uh, object or a state which is the final destination, and it can be very confusing for many people when they think once you become enlightened, then everything is said and all is, you know, you achieved everything. But again, it is the very source of the same unhappiness. If you are after enlightenment, it is not a thing to go after. And when we talk about enlightenment, when many people present enlightenment as a state or where you are free from all of misery, pain, and all the bad things in this world happening won't emotionally affect you. You'll be out of control from this psychological drama and everything. But my point of view is we should not approach enlightenment as that kind of divine or godly thing. This word has been very, you know, complicated because of many ideas, biases, associated with it. Once you use this word, there are different, traditions, different practices, different beliefs, and every person has their own idea of enlightenment. Though the ultimate thing is they want to be free, happy, um, become bliss all the time, experience bliss all the time. But my point is fundamentally wrong. There is nothing that can you make you eternally happy, forever, without any pain and grief. That's a very wrong concept. But in my point of view, enlightenment is nothing than being yourself, being able to view things as they are, and moreover you'll develop you'll develop an ability to accept. You'll have the capacity of acceptance increasing in you, and it doesn't mean like everything is achieved. You can still feel grief, pain, sufferings, all sorts of things that used to before, but you'll be more vigilant, you'll be more aware, and you won't react that much. And it does not have to be, the state is not like an object the way we view it, that once you achieve it, it's a panacea, right? Even if you are enlightened, you still have emotions. You still have to deal with real life problems. You will still have thoughts. It doesn't mean that you will go completely thoughtless, but it means you have come to a point where you can view it by separating yourself with all the things. You will be able to detach yourself and see yourself, the pain, the thing that's affecting you and the pain. You can separate everything, unravel everything, view it, and then choose not to, uh, or choose to be with it, choose not to be with it. And the possibility of dissolving your pain, ego, everything is uh, more, you know. So so but I don't believe in the state of nirvana, or let's say enlightenment, uh, or moksha, whatever they say, the state, the final state. Um, it's a very utopian idea. It can be true, but like, there's no point if you are not, experiencing anything. Though we crave for it, once we reach to a point, if you are not feeling any emotions, I don't think it's worth it. The only thing is like you experience it, and if but you are very balanced, you can see the goods and bad of it, and you know just react righteously, try to minimize pain and help others, because you have become a person who can observe things, who is more aware. That's what I think. What an enlightenment being should be like, rather than becoming a powerful divine personality who doesn't feel anything, who is free from all the worldly pain and suffering. You know, you just become more compassionate. You just develop power to accept yourself, all situations around you, and offer insights, offer insights, help others. That's what, like, enlightenment should be like. And more, if we are seeker and we are moving towards becoming enlightenment, we want enlightenment, we should stop using this word a lot, and because when we use this a lot, all those kind of metaphysical aspects automatically gets into it, because we always want to escape and we need some extraordinary thing, state, uh, that can help us. But the idea is like, it's not about escaping, it's about being there and experiencing everything around, and just you know understanding, what is happening all around, and trying to solve it from your capacity. And if it's not in your hand, just you can feel, you can try to solve it from your side, but not all the times you will be able to do so. And when it's not in your control, I don't mean you should not feel bad about it, but you should not go on harming yourself or hurting yourself too much, because after all, it was not in your control. So you should be able to see it from that side, forgive yourself. So when we learn all these values, that's what true enlightenment should be like, or not, rather than being yourself just equal to God, right? So it is my 2 cents on enlightenment. I'm not claiming to become an expert on it, but I've been thinking a lot about. I see videos, people talk about enlightenment, and I am reading a lot of stuff as well. And myself, having myself in this journey since long time. And whenever I meet people, encounter, talk about enlightenment, many people say, you can be enlightened, and some people say you cannot be enlightened, because they have different concepts about enlightenment. So it is not been like objective reality. It has been presented in such a complicated way that it is very difficult to eradicate all the misconceptions and ideas, biases, you know, that's been associated with it. So whoever like is the seeker, they should try to question on these things, and rather than blindly be in the path and doing all the japa, all kind of practices to get there. Uh, my suggestion would be to go to the world, be with it, be with surrounding, accept everything, see the things around slowly and gradually. We ourselves become enlightened when we develop the compassion practice. It's then developing. We have to practice compassion, help others, become more aware of the things around. These are the ways that helps you become enlightened, see the objective reality uh, as it is, without getting influenced or being brainwashed with too many different ideas. Even the ideas of enlightenment or getting in this path, different gurus, different things can brainwash you and misguide you and give you you know hopes, false hopes. So it is very important to be careful when we follow some path, and we have to be righteous enough and decide ourselves, look for our definitions to determine the path we are leading to our ultimate goals. For example, like, why do you want to be enlightened? What's your purpose of being enlightened? And what do you understand by enlightened? We need to question a lot. These questions help us to get to our answers, the root cause of our desire. Most of the time, what happens is we want to get free from desire, which is again a desire, or free from all sorts of pain, suffering, and this. To put an full stop to all of these things, we get into the path of enlightenment. But that is born with the seed of desire again, so it can be even more painful, because you will never reach that state, because the fundamental thing about that journey is wrong, so it is very important. It is very important to understand, first of all, develop all other essential aspects, and then finally, when you become a realized being, that's what enlightenment is. You become aware. You are an aware person, you are a realized being, you are a righteous person, you are a compassionate human being. Then, like, you can see reality, truth, justice, without any influences, biases, without any kind of pressures, cravings, longings, without taking any sides. Then, like, I think that's what we are evolving to become, and that's what enlightenment is. We'll never be God. Though in Hinduism or in many traditions, we consider God is inside ourselves, or we all human beings are God. But God is God, ultimate God is God, right? Though we try to become more godlike, godliness, let's say, develop in ourselves. But we don't become God, we are humans. It is easier, like, if we start like this. And we don't have to be God, because God is there for his own job. If you are a believer, but like, if you are an atheist, it doesn't matter. You just think of becoming a good human being, virtuous human being. So, it's all about self-improvement and growth, rather than getting all, the powers, magic, and all kind of this, mysterious things. All right. We don't have to get there to become a better human being and to become able to accept sorrow, pain in the life. And when you start developing the perspective to see pain, sorrow from different angle and more kaleidoscopic view, try to see it from many angles, everything, then like slowly you'll develop an ability where you won't see pain, it's just a pain. Your anxiety is just anxiety, your depression is depression. It will open doors for you. If it's in a situation where you need to take help, like from psychiatrist, or then you can go, like, take help. But I mean, fundamentally you have to work on these things yourself when you can. And it is very important. I mean, like, these are opportunities as well, to see life from different perspective. Mostly when we are indulged in everyday life, doing other works, we do not care about it. When something wrong happens, when you cannot function, then we get to start how to solve it, and how to, and that's how most of the people come to spirituality and the field of enlightenment. So it helps them to get in this field. But and it's also opportunity, because of your that particular situation you are undergoing. You are being able to see life from different perspectives, all the feelings that you have known from decades, from your childhood, from a certain point of view, from a certain tunnel viewpoint. Now you're seeing it from being more open-minded, broad-minded, right? So it is very important, like, and you have the ability to accept different point of views, different definitions, different schools, different traditions, scientific, non-scientific, Western, Eastern. When we try to see it from all the angles, from all perspectives, and then ultimately it can be confusing, but at the same time, when you deal with it very carefully, and if you are really passionate, it's not confusing, but it's enlightening itself, right? Because you will explore more ways, more paths, and these more paths, more ways, more perspective doesn't mean confusion or more confusion. It means you will develop an ability, eventually leading you towards the ability or capacity to find your path yourself. And Buddha had said it, like, Krishnamurti has said it, or nobody has to say it, like, you can, from your own experience, you can say, like, it's you eventually who have to improve yourself, who have to find path. Other people can say so many things, there are everything written book, but until and unless you desire, you have to compare, because there are many ideas, and find right thing for yourself, find a guru in you. So this is very important, and I hope, if you are getting to listen to me for the first time, please stay connected. You can subscribe. If you subscribe, then, like, and probably I can make more videos, which is very encouraging. And in coming days, I will be discussing more on different topics. I've been spending all my life on, like, introspecting things, which is, like, might sound impractical, funny, many people, what this guy is wasting his life. But, like, from the time I started to feel an urge to know about the reality, to see myself, though I'm doing different works, for surviving, like, I'm spending most of the time on thinking about humanity, about our culture, environment, people, what's going around the world, and, like, spirituality and everything. And it is important. Uh, I'm not saying everybody should be like me, but at least, like, some people who are in the same journey, they are, like, I'm not saying, other people who are not doing it are wrong, but, like, we cannot judge anybody. They have their own opinion, and in their opinion, I can be lunatic. But, like, you know, um, in my personal philosophy of life, this is important for me. So if you think, like, for you also this kind of things, interest you, I wish we can join and stay connected. I'm always ready to talk to other people as well, who have different opinions. who offer, because we are in a time in a, in the present time where we need different imaginations of life. This is a very critical time with the advancement in artificial intelligence, with everything going around the world in a global politics, and the extremism in terms of immigrants, in terms of globalization, in terms of world economy, and also like individuality. We are becoming more individual, spending more time in digital world and in the real world, which has created a serious problem in social life of people, and resulting in many mental challenges for people. So we are in a new time where we need to, you know, adapt properly, and we are thoroughly grappling. So in these times, I think we have to ponder upon things and bring our ideas, because a certain government, certain plans, policies made by certain organization is not going to solve it all. It's from the people to people level, in a person to person level, we have to offer insights, help each other, and not just all the scriptures, all one person born can save the world. If that would save, it would have already been saved, because uh, Jesus was already there, and there was Buddha, and there was so many other, godly people who were born on this planet and offer great insights. There are hundreds of scriptures, talking about all these things, written thousands of years ago, but it hasn't all stopped. The war is still going on. So it doesn't seem like one person or like any scripture, certain government or anything can stop this. It's been human nature, it's been in our instinct. So there will always, as long as the world remains, I think these problems will continue to be there. But at the same time, we are righteous being, we are conscious being, we can think. So whenever there are people who think, who try to get rid of all these kind of things, help each other, when they, it is possible. Like though it might not be possible to make a world peace or everyone becoming, peaceful, eradicating all sorts of uh, bad things seen from the world. But at least if we try our insight, it can be helpful to other person, and just spread the positivity from your side. Yeah, thank you. Good day.